Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Yeah, just what's up? Okay, let's just say that. What's up? It's Monday Madness. Your girl Death coming at you on Monday on no sleep. I'm sleep deprived. I had a rough night, but you know, I'm not gonna complain because it's not gonna change anything, right? Knocking stuff over here today. Like, I have plenty of room, but for whatever reason I just slow-mo, so I'm just like knocking stuff over. It's been a struggle putting this look together. It wasn't a struggle, it's just I'm so tired, and I don't know, I guess sometimes it's not the best time to record, but I really liked how this eye looked once I started doing it, and so I thought, hey, I got an idea. Record the rest of your makeup and show everybody how you got this really pretty pink Valentine look. I almost dozed off just now. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look and kind of, you know, hang out with me and just, you know, enjoy some of my weirdness. Like right now I have an itch right here, so, you know, just itches. Not my boob, just the middle. So anyway guys, yeah, grab a snack. It's a long one. This video is a long one because I'm struggling right now, okay? I'm struggling today. So anyway guys, keep watching. Okay, so like I said, I wasn't going to record a video today at all. My hair looks a little crazy right now because I showered and I let it dry, like air dry naturally until it's almost completely dry, and then I'll hit it with a little bit of heat from the blow dryer. But for the most part, I let my hair dry completely by itself, like on a regular basis. So if I'm going somewhere, I want to hit it with a blow dryer because I don't want to go outside with wet hair. Duh. So anywho, I guess just keeping it Valentine's Day look. You know, I just thought I would play around, but I kind of liked how how pretty and like pink and like, I don't even know, like not really bubblegum, but it's just pretty pink. And so anyway, I thought I would just go ahead and finish recording the video just because I like the eye, so I'll just go ahead and do the other eye and just do my Valentine face. So, you know, what's that song? Valentine, my bloody Valentine. Okay, that's not it, but I just can't think of it. I know there's a song for Valentine's Day, and I know there is something about Bloody Valentine. I don't know if it's a movie. I don't know where I heard that from, but I do remember hearing something about Bloody Valentine. So correct me if I'm wrong. I've been known to be wrong a time or two. So I'm going in with this. It's like a really, it looks red in the pan, but clearly it's a little bit, it's on the more purple pinkish side than it is the red family. And this is called Calabasas. So, and I'm just going to put that over my entire mobile lid. Just pressing it on using this fluffy, it's kind of like a blending brush, but it's a little denser. Well, it is a blending brush, but it's dense. Just makes it a little easier to pack on color. Literally pressing it down. This is probably going to stain my eye. Usually, a lot of time, not usually, but a lot of times when you use like reds, deep reds, or, you know, orange, or sometimes just the pigment in the shades just is almost like a Kool-Aid type stain. So you end up with like this Kool-Aid stain on your eye. And then I'm going to go in with this, it's like a neon pink. and that is called, what is that called? Oh God, I can't even see. I'll leave it down below because I can't see what the heck it says. I mean, I just don't understand. Like, if you're gonna create a palette, you want the writing. Why do you do writing in white or gold or silver? Like, if you have a pink palette, the ideal thing to do is do black or even like a dark purple, something to where you can actually see the word. I mean, not everybody is old and nearsighted like me, but even youngsters can't read it. So I'm just taking that light pink color, or that, not even pink, the neon pink, and I tapped most of it off, and then I'm just taking it above the crease and then going into the crease just to kind of buff out that red or whatever that color was, Calabasas. I'm just blending that in. I don't want to add any more product because, again, like, this is just, it's really a simple eye look. You know, is it subtle? I mean, well, it's a toned down eye. I mean, it's not the craziest. It's not super subtle, but it's not super intense either. I mean, for some people, this might be like really wild. What are you all doing for Valentine's Day? Do you have plans? You going out on a date with your boo? Going to dinner? What's the haps? Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm doing anything. I think Valentine's Day is overrated. I hate Valentine's Day. It's just not a necessary day. Like, it's just not. Let's see. I'm gonna go in on the center of my lid with Don't Know Her. Don't know her, don't want to know her, and it's like a shimmery pink. I'm just gonna put that on the center of my lid. Yeah, I just think Valentine's Day is like, just be loving and giving, you know, gifts, flowers, chocolates. Do that all year round. I don't think there should just be one specific day for that. I mean, obviously there is one specific day for that, but I think that you should, you know, be loving all year round. Yeah, I know it is going to stain because it kind of stained my finger. So now I'm going to go in with this. It's like a light, it's kind of like a bubblegum shimmer. Not really bubblegum, I don't know. And it's just two, like T-O, like just two, T-O. Like, I'm going to the store. And then I'm gonna set that right on top of where I just put that pink shimmer. And I'm just gonna set that like right in the middle. Like literally right in the middle. Just to kind of lighten up the shimmer, so it's not just like all one color. It has like a little bit of a silver hint to it as you're moving your head around. It's like a silvery pink. I likes it. I likes it a lot. So now I'm going to go in with that same two pink, and I'm going to put it like right on this inner third, not the whole inner third, let me just show you. So it's kind of like on the inner corner, but I'm taking it all the way from here to here, about right there. and just blending that in with all these pinkies. Oh, need one more on this side. And then I'm gonna go back in with that first bright red. And just tap it right on the outer and then on the inner part, just to separate those shimmers. I'm not going to add any additional product. I'm just going to go back in over here and just kind of lightly blend back and forth. And then I'm going to take a brush with no product on it, just a little fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to just work that around these edges. Especially like right in here, because you don't really want it to be, you kind of want it just to fade out. You know, you don't really want to have this harsh pink cutout, you know, you kind of want it to just all blend from the darkness, blending out, upward, outward to a lighter feathering out. Just the gradient effect, you know, like the Mandela effect. This eye looks like I'm like, but I'm not, it's just an illusion. Okay, so now I'm going to take this shade called, I better get a different brush. This shade called Welcome, and it's kind of silver. It's a little bit silver. Now I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. It does have a slight pink to it. Pretty much there's a lot of pinks and baby pinks and a whole lot of shimmers in this palette. It's really a pretty palette, like it really is a pretty palette. And it's the mirror on it's humongous, but see, it's got like such pretty colors, vibrant colors. You know, pretty foily, shimmery colors. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to take a little bit of this silver, and it's called Custom Rims. Yo, rolling on some 40s. Or 20s. Rolling on some 20s, sipping on a 40. I remember. You know, it's all coming back. Okay, no, I wasn't a 40 drinker. Like, I didn't sip on 40s. Like, I drank beer and hard alcohol when I was, you know, in that drinking, growing up stuff. Okay, I think we're good there. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm going to, I pretty much have the eye how I want it. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some mascara on and lashes on this eye, and then I'll move on to the face. I've already color corrected my under eye using my Bobbi Brown corrector. And if you don't know, I like to make sure that I, when I put a layer of primer or moisturizer, whatever, you know, serums and stuff like that, I like to do one layer at a time and let it dry, go about my whatever, let it dry, then add another layer of moisture. Whatever I'm doing, I do in layers, but I let them dry in between. So each layer should always dry in between another application, because basically all you're doing is putting layer on top of layer and you're just moving it all around. So you're not really even getting like a, it's more of a swirl. So if you're looking for like to build or for full coverage, you always want to go in with a layer. Let it dry for the most part. Obviously you can't sit and let your foundation dry completely, but let it set for, you know, a minute or two, and before you go in with another layer. Same with your concealer. Eyeshadows you can blend, but you know, as far as your face goes, that's what I like to do. That's not a rule, but that's just what I like to do. So anywho, I already primed my face. I primed my under eye. I used my Tatcha the Silk Canvas primer because I love it and I love the smell, and I haven't used it for a minute. I'm gonna go in with my Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Concealer. This is a 24-hour concealer, and I have mine in the shade Sand Beige. It's pretty liquidy, this foundation. It's got the little pump, if you're familiar. Just probably going to, I'm just going to put it on my hand and just take it from there. And I believe I'm going to start off with a brush. And just buff that on lightly. You know, I like full coverage. I'm a full coverage gal, but not dry, you know, full coverage but just not dry. And I like to start off in the middle because that's where I have the most discoloration, and you know, we get that, women have that hormonal redness and stuff around our nose and our mouths. I have so many mirrors around me, I don't know which one to look in, but this is the best, the closest. My little freckles, and I don't know what's a freckle and what's an age spot anymore, but I'm working on those with skincare and lightening those dark spots. I really like this foundation. I don't reach for it a lot, and I don't know why, because every time I do use it, I love it, and then I'm like, why don't I use that more often? There for a while, I was just reaching for my my Huda foundation because that's one of my favorites. You guys heard me talk about it. It smells amazing, and it's got great coverage. It's like not drying, it's not greasy, it just is such a pretty foundation. Like, it's pretty in its scent, it's just a pretty foundation. It's I don't know if it's anybody else's favorite, but if you've used the Huda foundation and you have like combination skin, I'm not super when the oily area is like right here, but it's not like super oily. But when I do produce oil, it's generally like my T-zone area. I think we all have like a T-zone, whether it's dry or we all have a T-zone issue. It's taking me forever to put this on. Like I said, I'm trying to like go in layers. So I'm building. And it's just like when you're, think about like when you're painting your house and you go in with a coat, you have to let it dry in order for it to cover right. Otherwise you're going to have swirl marks everywhere. It's kind of the same thing with your face. I got up really late today because I didn't sleep good last night. Honestly, I didn't really fall asleep, like asleep until like 8 o'clock this morning. So needless to say, I'm pretty tired, a little sleep deprived, because I can't stay sleeping all day, but I slept till like after 11. It wasn't a good sleep. It was kind of an off and on sleep, but I was so exhausted from not sleeping that when I did doze off, I was like out, and then I'd wake up, and then I was out again. And finally, I just said, screw it, get up, because I wasn't going to feel any better. I really needed like at least 5 or more hours of sleep, which that never happens. So I think I got my foundation on an hour later. I just wanted to show you how like it's better to blend, to layer and really let that layer sit in. You know, you get a better finish that way. I think anyway. It's a little, prettier and a little more natural. Because there's nothing natural about makeup. Am I right? Am I right? What? Oh, you know what? Since I'm using the Catrice foundation, I'm going to use the Catrice concealer that, like, ever so lightly. See how it really brightened it up? And it's almost luminous. Yeah, I think what happened was I think she didn't let the concealer dry before she went in with this, because I don't see it picking up product. And I'm tapping pretty good. Yeah. Of course, maybe it was different for her though. That just because that's not how it was for me. Maybe hers really was picking up product. Because our skin is different, Everybody has different skins and different textures, and products perform differently for a lot of us. So it really does brighten the under eye like a lot, and it makes it more luminous than anything. So if you're really looking for a dewy, glowy, luminous look, I'm gonna play a little bit with it up here and a little bit right here. Just for shits and giggles. It's almost like I put highlight right here. This is a good base for highlight. Because look, it like literally looks like you highlighted. Because it's so luminous. And this is generally where I would add highlight. Like right up in here, here, here. Just those points that you want to stand out. It's really pretty. Okay. Now I'm going to just tap my sponge all around. Just to make sure everything is nice and pressed in. It's not really settling into my fine lines as much as normally it does, concealers. It's really not settling as bad as you would think, so that's pretty pretty good sign. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do before I go on, oh, I'm gonna just go ahead and bronze. I'm gonna just go ahead and bronze. And I'm not like really unorganized over here. I'm just like slow-mo. Like I cleaned this area up. I'm just slow-mo. Just gonna go into my Cover Effects palette that has the bronzer, highlights, finishing powder, blush, and I'm going to just bronze. And when you have a big forehead like me, like bronzing is like my best friend. My forehead doesn't like bother me or anything, but I see a lot of girls that have really, really short foreheads and then they bronze and their forehead looks almost like non-existent. Because, you know, the bronzing and contouring shrinks. So when you have a little forehead, you don't really want to shrink it. I mean, you can if you want. Clearly, you could do whatever you want. But it's just not, you know, the intended area to shrink. But hey, shrink whatever you want, you know? Shrink on. Get your shrink on. I'm just not feeling anything today. Like, I'm just not feeling... I think I'm just tired. My faux contour. Not a bad job. For not being super precise. Pretty subtle. Nice little bronze, you know, nice little bronze. I am going to use the highlight in this palette. I think I'm gonna go in with using this pink. It's not a pink highlight, it's kind of like a champagne. It's almost a blush. So I probably shouldn't have done that. Maybe. I don't want to go up here with it though, like I normally would, because it's so pink. I'm gonna go in lightly with some blush, not a lot because that highlight's kind of pinky. I'm gonna use a stippling brush so it's not so intense. Wow, that highlight was super golden. I don't really like it. A good fix for that, when something like that happens, is go back in with your foundation brush or sponge, whatever, and just kind of tap it just to take up pick up some of that redness that you're trying to take away. So it's not so intense. It was a little too orange golden, almost a bronzy. I didn't really like that. So now I'm going to go in with this highlight. Well, it's a brightener actually. It's a brightener. And I'm going to take this Morphe brush. These white hair brushes are so rough. And I'm going to just put that on the high points. Literally, the high points. This I'm going to take around. And you could see, like, the last thing I wanted to do was put that bronze color all the way around my eye, because then I would look like a freak and clown. I look like a disco ball right now. My highlights like super, I mean my under eyes super like bright and dewy, luminous. But I'm going to tone that down here in a second. So that Tarte Illuminator was a good base to put the highlight on, like I said. And you just go in with your highlight. You don't even need that much because it's already highlighted from that Tarte Illuminator. What do you think? I'm going to go in with some powder now because this face needs a little bit of powder. I need to tone it down a little. I look like a piece of bacon. I love bacon, but do I want to look like a piece of bacon? Do I want to look like, you know, those commercials where you're eating something and it like smacks you, your food smacks you in the face? Yeah, I don't want to look like that. Okay. Judge me for it. I don't want to look like bacon. Sorry. That really did not settle bad considering. Oh. Okay, I'm going to tap some powder under my eye. Not a lot. Using the Laura Mercier. Just to take that intense shine that I had going on under there. Because I want it highlighted, but I don't want it to look like it's wet. See the difference between this one and this one? It's a little more toned down. I'm using my Real Techniques. What is this? That's what it is. Taking that powder on the side of my nose. A little bit right here. Shady looking greasy there. Trying to tone down a little bit of this highlight. I really like that Tarte Illuminator. I like it a lot. Okay. I think we're good. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder and just kind of set like right around in here. What do you think, you guys? What lip should I do? Should I do a clear lip? Should I do a pink lip or a red lip? I think I'm gonna do a red lip because my eyes are so pink and it is Valentine's Day, and keeping it in the spirit of Valentine's Day, you know, trying to be a trooper, you know, a champ. I'm gonna just go for it and just do a red lip. So let me grab my red lip color. I'll be back. For time's sake, I just went ahead and did my lip because I'm taking entirely too long in this video. And I went in with NARS in Spin Me. And it's just a really pretty, like, deep burgundy red, I don't know, matte. It's just a super dark. I thought it kind of went better than just doing like an all red lip because it kind of brings out the reddish, purplish in my eye. I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass right now, but I forgot to do my under eye. And I guess that makes sense because you guys know that I'm really tired. So why even record, Des? I'm gonna go back in with that red, purple, pink, red, and I'm gonna go under my eye. Just kind of work that about 3/4 of the way. Just kind of blending that into 3/4, kind of just using what I used on top. Then I think I'm gonna go in with that. It's like a fuchsia color. Did I figure out what color that was? Self-Made, that's the name of it. And I'm gonna just go like right on there, but just a millisecond meter down. And that does cover up some of the little creasing that I have there, so kind of pull a little bit of it right here on the inner part. And I think to really like amp it up, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right in the center, how I put that pink shimmer on the center of my lid. I'm gonna put that right in the middle of my under eye area, my lash line. Couldn't think of the word. Literally just keeping it right there. Kind of pretty, just matches the upper. Does the carpet match the drapes? Yeah. Does anybody even use carpet? Have carpet anymore? Or is it just me? That's pretty. I'm feeling really like Valentine-y, you know? Oh, I got an eyelash right there. It is kind of settling in my fine lines, the concealer, but I mean, again, I haven't slept, so. Where is that? I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Scandalize in black and just put that on my waterline. And I'm gonna just hit it with a little bit of mascara, using my Big Ego by Tarte. I have pretty long lashes on the bottom, so I don't want to put too much. My lashes on the bottom are super long. My bloody Valentine. What's the song, you guys? You know the tune of what I'm singing right now, so let me know what the name of that song is. I know it's not Bloody Valentine, but you know what song I'm talking about. Anybody who's my age, around my age, you know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to add an inner corner shade because that 2, literally 2, I have in there. I think it looks really pretty and shimmery and just enough. Like, I don't think I need to add any more. I do want to just set a little bit on the sides of my nose. It's a little shiny there. Just to take away that shadow. Looks better. I know this was a long video and I'm kind of all over the place, but I mean, that's per usual, but I wasn't intending to be all over the place. I just thought that the eye looked really pretty and I wanted to just finish recording the entire face and just show you my Valentine look, because this is literally, I think, if I do anything on Valentine's Day, whether I don't go anywhere or not, I don't ever have to have a reason to put makeup on, as you guys know. But this is the eye look that I would be doing, even with the same lip or a nude lip or just like a pink gloss. I think it looks really pretty together. So I hope you guys enjoyed sitting down with me and hanging out while I create. I didn't know where I was going with this, honestly. I really didn't. I'm gonna just set it with some all-nighter. So that is it for this look today. I think we really can't do much more. We could, but at that point, you know, when you just keep going and going and going and you just end up like really, let's just leave well enough alone. How about that? Let's just leave well enough alone. I dropped something and I can't find it. So anyway, you guys, leave your suggestions, comments, keep them nice, because yeah, just be nice. And I hope you guys have a good Valentine's Day, and I hope you do something fun or special. And if you don't have a Valentine, I think I said this in my last video, but if you don't have a Valentine, buy yourself some chocolates, even dress cute if you want, and sit on the couch, or go take yourself to dinner. Maybe drink some wine. If you're not a wine drinker, just have a drink of something, soda, water, champagne, you know, pick your poison and just have a good time. So anyway, guys, I love you. You're my Valentine. I appreciate you guys taking time to watch my videos. And if you watch them all the way to the end, then you guys are the shit. Like, leave your names down below if you watch them to the end, because I might send you something special, because I have a lot of stuff to give and no one to give it to. So let me know. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.